in honor of St. Patty's Day. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Tips that may or may not help you. I'm Arielle. That's Ned. Ned, you have a tip for us today that has nothing to do with St. Patty's Day.
Absolutely nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day, mostly because despite how Irish I look, I'm almost exclusively French, and I feel like a fraud when I get too Irish with it. Today's tip is simply this. If you have a significant other, if you have a spouse, have shared hobbies with them. My wife and I have a bunch of hobbies that don't overlap, and sometimes we don't see each other as much as we would like to, and it makes me sad. And recently we've started playing Stardew Valley together, and it is the best. So today's tip is to just have a great time with your spouse, your significant other. Maybe your best friend is for me. Pick up some hobbies that you share that you do exclusively with each other. That is the tip of the day.
And one thing that you can definitely do with your spouse and or significant other is listen to and or watch Daily Tips that may or may not help you with Arielle and Ned. We would be honored if you spent your time with us, and we'll be back tomorrow with another tip that may or may not help you.
That may have been your best transition out yet.
It was smooth, I admit.
Hello, Tippendales. Arielle is back with another anti-tip today, and I read it on the list, and it hurt my heart a little. Arielle, what is today's anti-tip of the day?
It's really bad. I also just want to point out that I'm the only one so far who's been giving anti-tips, because you should not follow the way that I do my life, but you should not follow the way that I present these anti-tips. Does that make sense? Don't do what I do except for these anti-tips.
I think that was the opposite of what you meant to say, but everyone gets it.
Okay, I think they do, yeah. Today's anti-tip is that every time you clean your dishes in the dishwasher and you're ready to clean it out, instead of cleaning it out, just take out one item that you need and leave the rest in and take it out one by one as you need it. You need a plate, take it out. You need a fork, take it out. And then by, day 3, you're going to have a mix between clean and dirty in the sink and in the dishwasher. And that's the anti-tip of the day. Don't do that. But also, hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
Live your
Don't
best
do it.
life, I guess. We're back tomorrow with a real tip from Katharine Quinn, our guest tipper of the month, and I can't wait to have my palate cleansed from that nightmare.
We need more tips and anti-tips, so please submit, because then I could stop doing things that you should not do. And I'd love that.
DailyTipsPodcast.com. There's a form.
Katharine Quinn is back on this Wednesday with another guest tip that may or may not help us today on Daily Tips that may or may not help us. Katharine, today's tip applies both to adults and to kids. There aren't many of these, but what is today's tip?
Don't forget to play. I don't know about you, but I am constantly on the brink of burnout. And the surest way to spare my mental health in times like these, when the world is very dark and heavy, and when we're all working way, way, way too hard, is to play actively. And this is not just like resting and watching reality TV, which I also absolutely advocate for, but active play of doing a coloring book, taking a dance class if you haven't in months, or even if you're not a dancer, pushing yourself to do something slightly outside your daily routine just to break it up and also potentially gain some perspective and joy, laughter, game night with friends. I just heartily advocate for, particularly right now.
This is such a good tip. Like, this is the tip, I feel like, that we're all going to need for the rest of this year and maybe a couple to come.
Probably
100%.
Yeah.
We have more tips to come. I love a good transition. Ned, what day is today and what day will be tomorrow when we're back with another one?
Well, today is Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Tomorrow will be Thursday, March 20th with just you and I. But we will be back next week with another Katharine Quinn tip.
We should probably call it Katharine Quips. Something like that.
Oh,
There's something there.
That's interesting.
Quinn's Quips.
Quinn's Quips.
Quinn's Quick Tips. Yeah, there's something. Ned, it's Daily Tips that may or may not help you. Over to you with today's tip.
So excited for this one. It's an oldie but goodie. It's time for everybody to check your spam filter. You've probably got an email in there that matters, and you're going to miss it. So go through your spam filter, pull out all the ones that are mistakenly put in there as spam, and delete the rest. It's going to feel so good and so satisfying. So check your spam filter, check your spam filter, check your spam filter.
Wow. Love that. in any accent, in any language. Check your spam filter. And we're back tomorrow with another tip. And that tip may or may not help you. By the way, we're Arielle and Ned, and we love when you watch us, when you listen to us, when you interact with us on social media. So keep doing it and let us know what you think of the show and if you have any tips that you would like for us to do on your behalf. Thank you, Tippendales.
Arielle, last week you officially declared it that Friday is Doing Good Tips themed. What's your Doing Good tip for today for the Tippendales out there? How can they do good?
Yeah, thank you for calling this out because usually I say things and no accountability. So it's helpful that I now need to back it up. I'm going to say that for our second official Doing Good tip of the week, which we will not be following through next week, is say no to something today. And I know that sounds like it's not a good thing, but it's probably a good thing for you. No is a full sentence. I think that goes with this very much. So say no to something today. It could be big, it could be small, but let us know what it is in the comments.
I love this tip. I am working very hard at getting better at saying no, and this is a great reminder for me to do it.
Me too, Ned. It's a work in progress, but we're going to work on it over the weekend, and we're back next week with a daily tip that may or may not help you every single day of the week. Bye.